So it seems Xbox One users and PlayStation 4 users got to play against each other, maybe for the first time ever in Fortnite. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. And it looks like Epic's game Fortnite accidentally enabled cross-platform play over the weekend, which allowed PlayStation 4 users and Xbox One users to play against each other online. Now, it was first kind of figured out by a few users on Reddit. Somebody was killed playing the new PUBG mode in Fortnite. Now, if you don't know what that is Fortnite has this mode that kind of rips off PUBG. 100 players drop in, and you fight to be the last man standing. Now, I don't particularly care for Fortnite, but it does have a pretty big following. Well, this person on PlayStation was killed by a gamer tag that shouldn't exist on PlayStation. Now, for instance, my gamer tag on Xbox is RandallThor19 with spaces in between each word. But you can't have spaces on PlayStation Network. So they tried looking up the gamer tag on Epic's launcher to see if it existed. It did not. Then they searched on Xbox Live and found out the guy's gamer tag does exist, and he happened to be playing Fortnite. So this lays a lot of questions, and people were like, is this really happening? And yeah, more evidence came out. There was a picture of a father and son on the Fortnite Reddit. The father was playing on the Xbox One. The son was playing on the PS4, which you can see here in the picture, and they're standing back to back. So the evidence was mounting that yes, cross-platform play, the thing people have been talking about for a long time, the thing Microsoft has wanted for a while now, the thing that PlayStation has said they don't want to do because they got to protect the kids and stuff, right? Was finally enabled in Fortnite, but no announcement about it. So, of course, people thought that this was a mistake, and sure enough, they shut it down earlier today. They contacted Eurogamer, and they said that it was an error and that they had a configuration issue, and it has now been corrected. Now, if memory serves correctly, this isn't just the first time this has happened. This happened earlier when the game originally launched back in July. There was instances of Xbox One players and PlayStation 4 players playing against each other. Now, the PlayStation 4 version and PC versions can play. They do have crossplay, right? And I'm sure everybody's going to be jumping on the hate Sony bandwagon because Sony probably stopped this from happening because they are the ones who don't want to do crossplay with Microsoft. But I'm not too sure that it was Sony to blame on this one. I'm not one to jump to conclusions because if you recall, there was a bug note issued back a couple months ago with a bunch of fixes that were happening. And one of the things that was talked about was how crossplay was disabled, or at least Xbox was removed from the crossplay feature because Fortnite features PlayStation 4 and PC crossplay. And it was removed, Xbox was removed from that because of Microsoft's platform policy. And people were wondering, well, how's that really possible? Because Microsoft is the one coming out for crossplay lately, and PlayStation was the one kind of coming out against it. Well, that post was deleted, but it was up on the internet. You can see images of if you want. So I'm not really sure who is the one behind here that was the one who made this get turned off. And it seemed that it was, it was a mistake, like they said. So it must be really easy to enable if they did it by mistake. Now, the Rocket League devs themselves have said that it's just as easy as a button press. All these developers have come out and said that crossplay is simple to do, yet we still have this kind of stonewall between these two gigantic corporations. One trying to protect its, user base from kids. At least that's the official response. That's the one they have given. I know the real reason is because Sony doesn't want they don't want to give up their leadership and their, they're on top of the sales, man. They have the most users. They don't have to play nice with Xbox and Nintendo. And why would they? But that's not the official response PlayStation has given in the media and to players around the world. Their official response was, hey, gotta look out for the kids, man. Gotta look out for those little kids, even though they have crossplay with PC, which is an unregulated mess in comparison to Xbox and Nintendo, but I digress. So this is pretty interesting. It seemed that it's really simple to enable. In fact, it seems like if you really wanted to, almost every game could have crossplay between PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo if they wanted it, since it's so simple. They accidentally just turned it on, and other devs have talked about how easy it is. I'm just wondering who was behind this one to turn it off. Is it true that Microsoft didn't want it for this one? You know, that goes along with the patch notes that released months ago, where they want it out. Is it PlayStation who are like, you know, we need to get this stopped now? Either way, the information is not out. Like, I'm on Eurogamer. There's articles at every single website now about how this was a feature and it was on for the weekend and nothing happened. Everybody had fun, right? The world didn't blow up. Sony suddenly didn't stop selling consoles, you know. But now that the you know, the word is out, maybe this will convince, you know, the parties to come to a agreement and turn on crossplay. But most likely not, because got to protect them kids from those evil people. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, consider subscribing for more content, and I'll see everybody later.